think that's better. We've changed camera angles. I have added salt and pepper to the onions, and now I'm going to add in the chopped streaky bacon. And just let that cook nice and gently. The sausage meat is in the bowl. Yeah, I'll come this way and you can see it, and I've just smushed it up a bit. I'm going to add a few breadcrumbs to it. Oh, by the way, this little mini turbo chopper that I purchased in Lidl's is fantastic and I would thoroughly recommend it. Saves getting out the big Kenwood Chef all the time. So just add your breadcrumbs to the sausage meat. Yeah, you have to get your hands in. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Oh gosh, how do I hate that saying, but it's true. It is what it is. And then I'm going to add the sage, which I have now chopped. Well, some of it's more finely chopped than others, but hey ho. So just mix it all in. As you can see, it's all in one place at the moment, but obviously I don't want that, so I'm going to be quite vigorous and move it all around. Okay, wash my hands. And check on the bacon. Right. The bacon just needs to keep softening, so whilst that's happening, there's not a lot else happening, so switch you off. Right then, there you go. As you can hopefully see, that is the bacon and onions all fried off. What I'm going to do is allow those to cool before I add to the stuffing mix. Then back to the stuffing. The onions and the bacon have cooled sufficiently, so I'm going to add those to the sausage meat and breadcrumb mix, including the butter that they were fried in. Just get it all out. Then I'm going to pop this pan, believe it or not, back on the hob, because we want to check the stuffing for seasoning to see if anything needs changing. But let's get our hands in and mix this all together. It's a little bit wet, so I've got some more breadcrumbs left, because also we're going to add in an egg. So, you know, don't worry, I'll just get my hands in. I will wash my hands thoroughly, so I know that I'm not contaminating anything or anyone. Now I've added the egg, it's extremely wet, which is fine. So just add the rest of the breadcrumbs. If I needed more, I could make more. Or I've got a container of dried breadcrumbs in the kitchen. 2 dried fresh breadcrumbs that I've made. Right, okay, so that's the sausage meat made, but I want to know whether I need to flavour it anymore or change anything that's in it. Add to it. I can't change anything that's in it, is in it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece and I'm going to make a small little sausage patty, and you can see in there I have the sausage meat, I have some bacon, I definitely have some onion, there, make sure I've got some bacon, definitely have some onion, I have some sage, some salt, some pepper, some breadcrumbs and some egg. So what I need to do is put that to one side, wash my hands, and I can move the camera. Okay, that done. I've popped the pan back on. Once it gets hot, I will fry that little pate off and taste it. Hopefully I won't need to do anything, fingers crossed for me, but if I do, then I do. But this is why it's important to taste it. Don't just blindly follow the recipe and think, yep, that's going to work. Sometimes you may need a bit more salt, a bit more pepper, a little bit more sage. Just something may not be quite right. It's your stuffing, your rules, you make it how you want. So let's just wait for this to heat up. I'm going to pop it on a higher heat and then we'll be away. I think I said earlier, the sausage meat stuffing can be made a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance even. But remember, if you are using frozen sausage meat or frozen sausages, you cannot refreeze it unless you cook it thoroughly. So use fresh if you're going to freeze before cooking for Christmas Day. Again, you get it out on Christmas Eve afternoon and let it defrost in the fridge. Same as for the pigs in blankets, you want it out of the fridge 20 minutes or so before you're going to cook it to help with that cooking time. Right, this should be hot enough now. Yep, and we shall, can you see, just about, pop this little sausage patty in. I also recommend, if you're making burgers for the first time ever, making burgers for the first time ever, to make the burger mix and again fry off a little bit, just to see if you need more salt, more pepper, more whatever, but just to check. Don't, as I say, don't just think, yeah, I've done that, that's fine. Always, always, always just fry it off. It takes a couple of minutes of your time, but it saves the dinner being potentially ruined. Right, I don't know if you can hear, it's starting to sizzle now, so we shouldn't be too long. Okay then, that's that little sausage pate all cooked, or cooked enough so that I can taste it. So off with the other oven, and let's pop it down. I'll give it a couple of seconds to cool. Hear how hot that was, and then we can taste it. I mean, yeah, it looks okay. It looks like a sausage patty, so that's good. Right, ooh, very hot. Now I think that probably needs just a touch, oh that's really hot, more black pepper. So yeah, here we go again. Some black pepper gone into the mix. You can see it all on top there. I'll just mix it all through. Right, I'm going to trust that that's all it needed. So, sorry, still eating it. Now, I am just going to roll these into golf ball sized stuffing balls. Any that we don't use today, I'm going to freeze for Christmas dinner. As I say, Steve's not really a fan of proper sausage meat, as I cook proper sausage meat, proper stuffing, as I call it. So no doubt I will be making some Paxo just for Steve. And I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence by showing them how I make Paxo stuffing. So I think I'm going to get 7, maybe 8 balls out of this mix, which was just 4 sausages. Yep, I'm going to get 8. They might be a little bit mismatched in size, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Now, what you can do is wash your hands. That's not what you can do, that's what you should do. And then, there we go, let's just show you the 8 balls. Okay, you can take a rasher of streaky bacon. No point in using a back bacon or anything like that for this. And when you can separate the rashers, goodness me, you can actually wrap that around the stuffing ball. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with some of them. And then I am going to, excuse me, itchy nose, pop them to cook into a muffin tin so that they hold their shape a little better. And any fat, and because it's sausages and it's bacon, there will be some fat that comes out. That will actually just drip into the tray rather than sitting on a flat tray, and knowing me, I would tip it up and I'd suddenly have bacon fat everywhere, which, oh, that's a very thick piece of bacon, which I don't particularly want. So that is how you do, or how I do, sausage meat stuffing.